Hi, Kevin Blanch. Sorry to get my Monday call out. I waited until Tuesday because I've been waiting. I've had 10 ounces of gold that I bought clear back in '93. Didn't even want to buy it. Guy talking me to it, so I've been waiting to sell it, and I wanted to wait till after the Apple earnings number came out. So I listened to the conference call. I'm a fundamentalist analysis guy, you know that. By the way, this shot's in front of the school business that I attend. But anyway, here's my take. Listened to the conference call, read through all the numbers, broke through all the freaking data. What's not to like? Now look, I'm a fundamental analysis guy, which that means nothing more than earnings revenue. Love forward PE ratios, absolutely love them. Okay? The forward PE ratio on Apple just dramatically dropped yesterday. All the estimates are getting up by all the analysts today. So the mean number is going over 20 for 2011 earnings. $20 per share. Okay, the traditional historical forward PE on Apple has been in the neighborhood of 20. You can go 19, 18, 20. Okay, if you do the forward P ratio to the forward average earnings, and you know how those guys sandbag earnings. When have they not ever beat earnings? They cookie jar. You know what cookie jarring is. It's legal. They're the cookie jar to sandbags ever. But anyway, you do that ratio, that still puts the forward P ratio down around 13, 14. And you know they're sandbagging. Now look, I poured through these analysis. Their iPad sales were off the hook. Their iPhone sales are off the hook. Now they're going to even to Verizon globally. You know, I wrote a column a year ago about Nokia is going to turn back into a timber company. Boy, was I right. You know, because Palm and all these guys wouldn't consolidate. They refused to do it. Hard-headed idiots. Apple destroyed them and took them apart. Now look, you know antitrust is going to come into play at some point. I mean, in traditional, reasonable thought process in a normal legal context over the last 100 years, they're probably on violation now, like Microsoft. But you know our Supreme Court is the Supreme Court of corporations, bought and paid for. So they know this, so, you know, nobody can take it on. Everybody bitches about Obama or Bush, whatever. It's the Supreme Court. They got 5 hardcore, dug-in neocons that, I mean, let's think about this. They passed legislation that's been tried to push for 100 years that gave corporations the same right under the First Amendment of the Constitution as a person. You think they're going to antitrust anyone? So, I mean, I keep thinking about antitrust issues going to come, but even without antitrust issues, I think it would be in their best interest at some point to divide this thing out. That's a clock tower on this university. Didn't work for 15, 20 years. They got that thing so nice, so fine-tuned, so beautiful now. It's one thing about here in Utah. They're cheapskates in a lot of ways, but not on their universities. They have magnificent, beautiful universities here, including this one. They're incredible. But anyway, from a fundamental analysis standpoint, the Mac. I really focus in on the Mac as a growth, and it is growing. You have a whole generation of, you know, people that grew up using Macs, and they're going to them. You could see that every single their applications, their iPhone, their iMac, their iTunes, you know, all of it. It's just boom, boom, boom. I mean, I never seen anything like this. What a story! What an unbelievable! This is the greatest turnaround in American history, bar none. None's ever even close. You know, this stock was, they were obliterated when the tech bubble crashed. What were they? $7 a share? God. Now you can check my post, you can go to my YouTube channel and check. I've been chirping Apple for a long time now. Right after the election of Obama, I was like, I'm going right back into tech, I don't care. Yeah, granted I was early. But you seen my video I put up today. I had 10 ounces of gold today. Sold it today. I've been, you know, playing games in the ETF triples and using the derivative market on it, but I never thought I'd ever sell those 10 ounces. I thought, well, I'll just hold those, give them my kids or whatever. But God, I'm like, at this price, you got to unload. So I unloaded today. I drove right around the corner, deposited a check. I ended up with $12,000 and change. I took all of it but $100. I went and bought me a case of Guinness, and I got $20 left in my pocket to celebrate. I took it over, deposited it in my brokerage account. I'm buying, as we speak, I'm buying the leveraged ETF triple tech. I'm going to hedge it with a 3% derivative insurance policy through the options market. Okay, then I'm buying some more Apple. Then I'm buying some more IBM. Okay, and everything I buy, I use a 3% to 8% derivative roll. That's how I do this. It's what great hedge funds do. It's complex. They've taken us out of the game, tried to replace us with computers. It ain't going to work. Investment is an art. I'm here to tell you, it is an art. So if you think you can just do this with some matrix you build, good luck to you. It really, I'm telling you, it takes a brain to be able to know how to roll it in the proper fashion, how many weeks to roll out, how to handle the freaking time erosion. But that's what I'm going to do. I love those. For people that don't want to use derivative markets too complex, those ETF doubles and triples, I love them. People bitch about them. I absolutely love them for the small-time investor. But that's my call. I'm a fundamentalist now. I should put the forward PE ratio on Apple right now. Still we're 12, 13. Really, I think it should be 19, 20, 21, 22. I really think the stock going over $400 easily. I really do think they're going to break up in divisions at some point. I think you're going to own 5 stocks. I think you're going to own the iPhone. I think you're going to own the Mac. I think you're going to own the iPad. I think you're going to own the Apple. However they split it up. You have 5 home runs. So anyway, Kevin Blanch, October 19th, feels like early September. We've got a heat wave going on. In front of the Florida School of Business here. Legendary Clyde Cooley, that's his house. #1 school business in the United States, right here. That year, only 27 of us graduated from Clyde, as we called him. His average grade was a D+. Passed away of a rare brain disease. It's sad. He was a pure genius. Stay tuned.